Hey everybody, it's Marshmallow here. Visiting my Legends of Tomorrow episode 16. I didn't have 20, I forgot about that. Visiting my episode 16 review. This was the finale. Huge cliffhanger, huge new character, huge bomb dropped. There were a few Easter eggs, not too many though, so let's just get into this episode. So this episode is basically killing off Vandal Savage. We pretty much knew that was going to happen, but now we're going to deal with a new threat, a new villain, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be tying that to the Justice Society. Vandal Savage is, I think he's both a Justice League and a Justice Society villain, but I think he switched over to Justice Society a little bit more than Justice League in the comics. Not really sure. I'm not big on Vandal Savage stuff. I only know a lot from the Justice League animated series of where Vandal Savage lies in that mythology, but not really in the comics. So let's talk about this episode. So this episode was pretty much kind of a wrap-up and recap of everything that's happened over not only Legends of Tomorrow, but also with Arrow. Spoiler alert for Arrow as well if you haven't been watching that show, but if you guys don't know, Black Canary's death, Black Canary did die on that show, and Sara kind of had to come to terms with that death. She was talking about that death throughout the whole episode. I really do love how they handled it. Maybe they could have used a little bit more time. There was a few things that had to be wrapped up for next season, because I'm pretty sure Hawkgirl and Hawkman won't come back, which is good. I do like Hawkgirl quite a bit, but I hate Hawkman. His whole amnesia thing and everything just killed the whole show. And like everything, like his character just killed the show completely. Almost to the point where it could not come back from the point of no return. But it did get there. So it's still safe. But I feel like Hawkman and Hawkgirl are gonna leave. I don't think they should come back unless they drag them back in for some kind of, for the cliffhanger, but I don't think they will. I think they're gonna tie that story up. Unless they come back also for guest stars. Wentworth Miller is not going to be in season 2. He's not going to be Captain Cold in season 2, but he is going to guest star throughout every DC show. Maybe not Supergirl, because they're on a different Earth, but definitely throughout, Arrow, Flash, Legends. So he's going to be guest starring throughout all the shows. So I don't think that he's going to, have anything to do with it at all. So I think that they're going to also let Hawkman and Hawkgirl go off on their own, and maybe they'll come back throughout all the shows. They were on Arrow, they were on Flash, and then they were on Legends. So I think that they're going to do the same thing as Captain Cold is doing, but I have no idea if that's true or not, so we're just going to have to wait and see. But I do love how they tied up the Vandal Savage storyline now. Easter egg, Thanagar is actually where Hawkman and Hawkgirl are from in the comics. Well, I'm pretty sure in the comics. I mean, that's where they were in the Justice League series. That's where they probably were in the comics. Again, not really big on them either. Not really big on a lot of the characters from the show, except for maybe Rip Hunter. I know a little bit more about him rather than everybody else. But I do love Hawkgirl quite a bit, like the character before the show. I really do love Hawkgirl the character, especially before the show. Now I love her even more because of the show, because they've done a pretty good job with her. But Thanagar is where they've come from in the comics. Thanagar is, that place where the Hawks have lived. Thanagarians in this show, as they explained it, is extraterrestrials. The meteors were theirs that they sent throughout, the Egypt times where Vandal Savage, Hawkman, and Hawkgirl connected their powers. In the comics, Vandal Savage is not connected to Hawkman and Hawkgirl, but they had to tie them in for the, overall story of the season, so I understand why they did that. I like how they explained Thanagar a little bit. Maybe they'll even go there in season 2, who knows for sure, but I do love that they have, dealt with that pretty well. And, Hawkman and Hawkgirl have been okay. Hawkman is just awful, but Hawkgirl, quite good this season, and I do like her quite a bit, so hopefully she will return at some point. But they end up killing Vandal Savage. They come up with the plan of basically turning him to a mortal, and I really, not immortal, but a mortal, and I really do like how they did that. I like when they all killed him, like Sarah snapped his neck, and then like Heatwave burned him alive, and they stabbed him like a couple times, threw him in a transformer, just like all this electricity shockwave went off. Do like that. I love that quite a bit. That was like really violent, and I'm so glad that they killed off Vandal Savage, because you just loved to hate him this season. But I do love that they have tied that story up. I also love the Easter egg that we got that's going to be leading into season 2, or at least I think it is going to be leading into season 2, is transmutation. In the comics, Firestorm has been able to use that power, transmutation, to turn things into other things. And I do like how they have handled that in this episode as well, and I do think that they're going to carry that over into season 2. I love how they explained it this episode with Jackson Martin. I do think that they're going to, go deeper into that next season. We're going to see probably a lot more. I don't know how much they're going to focus on because of this new character and the new storyline that we're getting, but I do think that they're going to focus on that a little bit more, and maybe like an undertone point in season 2. But that's an Easter egg because they've been able to do that in the comics, and they, who we were all wondering, because like me, I was wondering, are they going to do transmutation, or are they just going to leave that alone? Because it seems like that's something that has to do a little bit more of development. So I guess they are going to be doing it. So I'm excited for that as well. So they finally did it. It's cool. It's great. And again, Sara dealing with, Laurel's death. Should she stay? Should she go? She ends up leaving to go with Rip again. Rip flying the meteor into the sun. Great scene. I loved it. I thought it was great. It looked great. The show visually is amazing. I don't know if they're going to get the same budget for season 2. I don't think they will, but it is possible. Who knows for sure? I think that they could if the CW has time, because they're also paying for both The Flash, Arrow, and now Supergirl too. So it's going to be interesting to see how much they pay attention. Like, does Legends, come on, number 1, 2, or 3 on the list? Is it in the top 3, or do they want to pay attention more to Supergirl because it's a mess kind of right now? So who knows for sure, but I hope that they do get those visuals back because they are just incredible, and I want to see more of those in season 2. But I really do love where the show is going. So, Heatwave, Captain Cold, we got a little bit more of them. I think Captain Cold was there because they traveled back. So wouldn't that make sense if they traveled back, wouldn't it have altered his death? And that he would have, I don't know, who knows? I don't know that for sure. Or did he travel back even further before Leonard died? I'm not really sure. Time travel is wonky, it's weird, so I'm not going to focus on that. But I do like that they included Wentworth Mill in the finale. I love it. I think that he really liked doing the show, and I do think he takes pride and care in the Captain Cold character, because he's just such a great character, and I think that he did a great job with him this season. And everybody else, too. The whole cast did a great job. I really do love Katie Lotz on the show, so I'm excited to see where they take her character now that, Laurel's gone. Will she appear on Arrow again? Who knows for sure, but I am excited to see where they take her from now. And then, let's talk about the cliffhanger. So the big cliffhanger is that Hourman, his name is Rex Tyler from the comics, from the Justice Society, has showed up and said, do not get on that ship or you are good as dead. I need to help you, that's why I'm here. And Hourman is a big character. I think they were actually going to give him his own series a long time ago, but they kind of lost it in development. So I'm glad that they took him from there, put him in here. He is a huge character. It's huge for Justice Society. They finally name-dropped it because we already had a Justice Society TV base. This is like Justice Society TV show, basically. So I love it that they finally actually said Justice Society of America. I love it. I'm excited to see where they go from that. But what do you guys think about it? And who's going to be the villain for season 2? What do you guys think? And where is this story going? So what do you guys think? Comment down below. Love the season 1. I can't wait for season 2. Links up there to my other Legends of Tomorrow videos. Links in there to my Twitter, Instagram, my vlog channel, and Sims channel. Don't forget to like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.